This is our little one-room cabin. Rhonda and I went down to, well, this is in Richfield. We're going to hike Bullion Falls tomorrow. And this is where we're staying for the next 2 nights. We'll probably also do the Fremont Indian State Park. Just thought I'd give you a quick little view of the cabin that we're staying in. And then next time you see us, we're going to be on that hike tomorrow and get some cool waterfall footage for you. Well, good morning, guys. We are heading out to go hike Bullion Falls now. This is coming out the front of the little cabin that we stayed in right here. And we had 2 apples fall off this apple tree in the middle of the night, set off our car alarm. So that was an adventure. Had to come out in the middle of the night and back it off so that it wouldn't continue to get set off. But anyway, we're getting ready to hop in, and got about a 50-minute drive to get down to where we're hiking today. So I'll show you when we get there.
Pulling up to park at Bullion Falls, and there's a little deer.
Well, Rhonda just got a little video of this deer pulling in. It must be awful used to people because it didn't even leave. It's just still right here. Pretty skinny looking. This was a hard winter. So we got to pay for parking, and then we're going to start hiking up to the falls. And we are not the only ones, man. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 9 other vehicles here. We pretty much took the last parking spot they had. So bugs are brutal, and I didn't bring the bug spray. I thought about it and then didn't. So hopefully it stays breezy up here. If we get a nice breeze, keep the bugs off them, man. They're thick. All right, we're getting ready to start the hike now. Just leaving the parking area. There's a little pay station here. It's $8 to park. So if you're coming up here, just be aware of that. And then the creek's running right here. We're gonna go back across the creek. There's a side-by-side kind of OHV road. It looks like we'll be hiking up. I don't see another trail. And it says 1 mile, so I don't know if that's 1 mile to this next trailhead up here or actually 1 mile to the falls. I guess we'll see. It's a little trading post up there. This is Bullion Falls Trading Post. It doesn't look like it's open. It's probably just open on the weekends. Probably missed the peak of the wildflowers, but there's still some out. Mr. B's working that one. Got some reds. And we're starting to hike up the trail now. Got a nice little breeze that kind of picked up. It's keeping the bugs away. I'm walking through this kind of mixed forest. We've got some aspen here, pines. Just putting a nice amount of, whoops, trip on that rock. Just putting a nice amount of shade on the trail, which is nice. Is this supposed to be like 96 or 97 down here today? Look at all that sap coming out of that. This is just a little side trail down to the creek. I don't know what this is like compared to a normal July, but I gotta think there's more water than usual with all the snow that we had this winter. Got another old cabin up here from the gold mining days, I imagine. They have a little driving tour you can take with multiple stops on it. Old mattress springs. Man, you had to be tough to make it up here. Imagine trying to eke out a living up here. It's so funny, there's times when I'm backpacking and up in this country, you're like, man, it would have been so neat to have lived 200 years ago up here, 150. And then after like 2 nights on the mountain, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go back. Ready to go back to my comfortable bed and my hot shower and my electricity. A couple other little buildings. Looks like maybe a little outhouse over here. So I can prove to everybody I married an athlete. Look at that. Boom. I know this isn't going to show up in the GoPro, everyone, but this is your first glimpse of the falls. Clear across that canyon coming down right there. Wow, that is pretty. We're getting a lot closer, obviously, but as far as so far on our hike, this is the first time we've seen them. Now, maybe there's places below that you can see them and we just didn't know, but this is the first time we've looked on the falls. So actually, guys, the waterfalls I pointed out before are not Bullion Falls. Now we're at Bullion Falls. They're right through here. So that's another set of falls up higher. I don't know if it has a name or not. I'm sure it does, but I don't know what it is. But we're just a little higher than Bullion Falls right now where we are. I can see the trail still goes up, comes up and around, so we'll probably come up on top. And I think I remember reading in some of the trail reviews, you can go right down to the bottom. So that's what we'll do. We'll get as close as we can. We just passed a group of kids who all had swimming suits on and their shirts off, so I imagine they were playing in the water. I'm not really dressed for that. I got my hiking pants on and a long sleeve t-shirt. So unless Rhonda tries to convince me to skinny dip, I don't think I'm going to be getting in the water. Wow, look at that, guys. That is awesome. And yeah, there are people right down at the pool at the bottom. Can't wait to get down there and check it out. Rhonda's working her way down the little rope section. They've got a strap tied to help you climb up that steep part. And now we're at the bottom, man. How awesome is that? So much power. Gonna drown it out, but we're at the base of the falls now. I can feel the mist coming up. It feels really good. And then you can tell there's another fall right here that drops off. To ourselves. Everybody else left. Sitting on this little bench here that they put up right at the base of the falls. How cool is that? And you can tell there's another fall right here, but I can't really see how big it is. And then it works its way back down the canyon. Well, guys, we're going to start the hike up and out. So here's where we got to go. Up here. Those ropes are right up there above us and then around. So here's one last look at the falls from beneath us. All right, guys, we're going to do the minute on the mountain as we hike down back towards the car. We're up to the book of Matthew, so we're in the New Testament now in our tour through the Bible that we've been doing. And I'm going to do something a little different today. Instead of talking about a verse in that book, I want to talk about the author. It's crazy that Jesus would call Matthew to be one of his disciples.
He was a tax collector. He was most likely from the tribe of Levi. He's called Levi in some passages. So that's the priestly tribe. He came from the tribe that was supposed to be mediating for the people of Israel between God and the people. He was supposed to be teaching them, and instead he had sold out. And he had betrayed them to the Romans. The way the tax collector position worked is you would bid for it. So you would commit to raise a certain amount of money for the Roman Empire. You would bid for that role. And then the way that you made your money is you had to collect above and beyond that. So extortion and cheating and just cruelty was widespread in that profession. So Jesus not only calls him to be a disciple, he ends up using him to write the gospel that is most directed at the Jewish people. What a cool story of redemption for Matthew. So you might be thinking that your past would prevent you from being used by God, or that you've done things that he just wouldn't want anything to do with you. I just want you to know that's not true, and there are stories throughout Scripture that verify that. So that's the Minute on the Mountain, the disciple Matthew. We're going to go on to Fremont Indian State Park today, but I think that's probably going to be another video. So thanks so much for coming along with us. Hope you enjoyed the footage of the falls. God bless you guys. We'll see you the next time around on the mountain.